Character. The most obvious difference, at least in terms of the way it's projected, the way we're made to interpret the characters between Enter Achilles and The Cost of Living. The characters are very different. Firstly, they talk, which makes a huge difference in terms of being able to interpret what they're saying and who they are and what they're about. The characters, the main male character, would, I think, fit in pretty snugly into Enter Achilles, and the way he's shown off is slightly different because he's talking rather than just entirely through movement. But he's very masculine. He's very aggressive. He's there's obviously like homophobia in there. All things that could. You could probably just pick him up and drop him into Enter Achilles, and he wouldn't stand out at all. He would be quite an obvious kind of pusher, if you like, in Enter Achilles. There are certain people who are sort of resisting the the male culture, and there are people who are pushing it, and he would be an obvious pusher of that. Obviously, a difference, going back to the gender thing, there is a difference in character between Enter Achilles and Cost of Living by simple virtue of the fact there are women in it. Excuse me. And if there were women in Enter Achilles, I suspect they would probably be a lot like what they are in the show, which is in The Cost of Living, insofar as there be some that are complicit and compliant and deferential, and there would be those who kick back against it. Whether one side would win or another, I don't know. The disabled character, it doesn't really have an analogue in Enter Achilles. I don't feel that's not, things like disability weren't really explored in Enter Achilles. They obviously had a bit more of an obvious bent that didn't really require to show disability. But the characters in this one are deeper. They had a bit more of an arc. There's a guy leaving his job, or two people leaving their job, who then kind of embark on a life after it. Whereas Enter Achilles is enclosed. There is a storyline, but it's not necessarily an arc. We're not following exactly what somebody's life is. There's the Superman character in Enter Achilles who goes through some kind of evolution, but even that is kind of abstracted. Obviously, he's wearing a Superman outfit. In this is the characters go along an arc that is much more like a conventional arc, whereas Enter Achilles is kind of an enclosed ecosystem. I'm going to keep it at that, I think.